Okay. Why did you choose this profession?
I saw, this may be irrelevant, but I was watching the NEA tournament one year and was watching a bunch of teams not playing the game as fundamentally sound as I thought it should be.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of just clicked,
Mm-hmm.
kind of fire got lit, and thought I wanted to make sure these kids are learning the game the right way.
Right.
As far as coaching goes.
Yeah.
And of course, as far as education goes, kind of had to get an education so I could get a coach.
So you could coach, yeah. How long have you been working in this field? Can I just ask that question? No. Okay. How long have you been working in this field?
17 years. 17.
What advice would you give to someone pursuing this profession?
Make sure you're doing it for the right reason. Don't get caught up in the titles and the contracts and the paychecks and the salary bottom lines and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. That, of course, if you have a family, that stuff's important. But if you're in this for any other reason than trying to help kids and young people develop and grow, you're going to be frustrated and unhappy pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. What is your favorite or least favorite part of your job?
My favorite or least, would you say?
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
You can do both if you want, yeah.
My favorite part is watching someone struggle with a concept or a skill for an extended period of time, and because of persistence and hard work, one day you see that light come on, that growth.
Mm-hmm.
Throughout the course of a year or 2 years or 3 years or however long you're with them is really fun to see. Frustrating part, I guess, these days is trying to overcome some of society's issues as far as expectations, as far as what we're expecting of our young people anymore, as far as work ethic and commitment and those kind of things.
Is there any particular memory that really affected your outlook in this career?
I think it goes back to that.
What started it all?
Yeah, I think so. I've and there's a lot of ups and downs. It's a roller coaster, but there's just nothing like watching kids develop and grow and mature and know that maybe you had a little bit of a part in that.
Right. Are there any aspects that motivate you, or what are you an advocate of? As far as like maybe PE and coaching as well.
I think PE kind of gets lost. PE and health kind of gets lost in the order of importance in education sometimes. I think in a lot of ways, it could be just as important as any classroom subject that you teach. Even though, again, the way things are set up, it doesn't necessarily show that. You don't necessarily have to be great in physical education or health to get into college or ACT scores and those things. So, but I think we need to do a better job of maintaining or even developing some of the importance of this part of it.
Mm-hmm. How do you balance being a coach versus being a teacher?
Not very well sometimes. When you're as a coach, you feel an obligation, a responsibility, not only to yourself, but to the people that you're coaching and to your community, your school, because your team, whatever team that is out there, and it's a reflection on all those things, and what you do and don't do in your health class or PE class is not necessarily viewed.
Right.
So sometimes you get turned towards placing more of importance on what you're doing as a coach than as a teacher. But obviously, both are important,
Yeah.
and they can both be assets.
How do you motivate students who do not want to participate?
In what?
Do PE
in PE and health.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot that you can do other than to continue to encourage. Try to eliminate all the stereotypes and stigmas that can come along with maybe the possible reasons why. Whether it's insecurity most of the time. But it's kind of like in the classroom, if a kid doesn't want to do their work, that's why they have grades.
Right.
That's kind of, I think we kind of look at that as a motivation a lot of times. And I mean, at the end of the day, maybe it's not as many credits that you attain from PE and health, but you still do have to have a credit of PE and or health in most school systems. So, that credit is the motivation.
Right.
A kid needs this, and so you just kind of continue to encourage and persistence and understanding and compassion and empathy and just keep nudging.
Yeah.
Try to get them out there.
What issues do you face that have to do with equipment available, and how do you resolve them?
We don't see many. I've been in situations where there were, but the thing about physical education is you don't have to have much. I mean, people think you do. I mean, and it's you're more flexible as far as how diverse you can be with what you're doing, but you don't have to have much but an open area.
Right.
Sometimes it will help to have an indoor facility, but as far as equipment itself, that's kind of just a perk. I mean, a lot of schools don't have a PE budget that allows a lot of expenditures, but if you wanted to, I guess you could fundraise in a PE class just like you could in any other class or program. So there's ways to get it done.
Right.
If you really want to.
What have you learned from mistakes as a PE teacher and a coach?
Not all. A lot of times you learn not necessarily from your experience, but you learn kind of from other people's screw ups too. And I think you just, especially today with social media, Lord, you just gotta be careful. You gotta watch what you say and watch what you do and watch who's around. And a lot of people, that's hard for some people. But I think if you're sincere and honest and in what you're doing, that social media is not going to be an issue for you. But still, things can turn on you quick if you're not careful these days. And so you just try to be careful about what you say and who you say it to and how you say it and who's watching, who's listening, and who's got their phone out.
Right. All right. Well, that's all I got.
All right.
Thank you.
Maybe that'll get you